Hi everyone and welcome back. I'm really annoyed this morning. I hired the SIP fan a week ago to be able to take this back today to the people, and they've changed the fan I hired twice this week to further fans, you know, fans that are further away. And then they booked me one that was a 25-minute walk away, but it was there today from 10 till 1, so it was my fan from 10 till 1. Got there, no fan. I called them at 15:15 and they said, "Sir, the fan is nowhere near. I'm afraid you're not going to be able to get that fan." And I was so angry. I was so angry with Zipcar. I mean, I wasn't rude. I'm not rude, but I was so angry. And the lady was like, "I'll refund you." And I was saying to her, "Look, I get that you'll refund me. That's not an issue." I said, "But the problem is, my whole day is ruined now through your bad policies." I said, "This guy's going to bring the fan back an hour or two late. What does he get for that?" And she said, "If he's done it 2 or 3 times, he'll get a £30 fine." And I said, "Well, it's worth it then, isn't it?" I said, "I might as well start bringing it back late, because a £30 fine is cheaper than hiring it out. It's £15 an hour anyway to hire it out." So yeah, I'm really disappointed. Andrew, the owner, is coming to pick it up from here. He dropped it off here before. Really disappointing, because we offer a full service here and we don't charge people. You know, I really do like the idea that we can deliver a bike back and forward at times. Also, not the end of the world though if people can come and collect. So yeah, so a bit of a double whammy here, but I did want to go and meet them and chat to them and see their place of work. Today, while I'm here, I want to just pop the head off. I just want to look at the valves. Let's just see what's going on. One of the members, Daniel, has found me a brand new head that I think is still available. I've emailed the guy, so I may be able to get a brand new head turn up that I can just slot in, no messing around with anything else. There's also a brand new set of carbs on there, so I'm going to wait for this guy to message me. If they're available, I am going to get them. I'm going to chuck it all in, make sure this engine's pretty much brand new, and then it would be worth it. But for now, I'm going to pop the sides off, put it in top dead center. Let's just see roughly what we're working with. I'm going to get rid of the EGR system, just get it out the way in case it's in the way. I don't need to pop the carbs off at this stage because it's only the head I want to look at. Basically, I want to see if the valves are set. Fake side covers. Look, I took them off. There's nothing underneath. That's brilliant. I expected to see the valves, I think. I don't know what I expected. Right, I think I need to clear up above a little bit. I'm going to have to get rid of this, I think, just to get it out the way, and then we'll lift the head off. It's all a bit rusty. You have to be very careful with what Allen keys you use. Make sure they fit snug. If they're not snug and you're using the right size, you can put a little bit of grinding paste down there or something just to help get a bit of a grip. But we do need to get them off. Hopefully they don't round. But I do need to get rid of some of this, just tuck it all out the way. Right, head bolts are off. Of course, it started raining the second we got comfortable. Her head wasn't too difficult to get off. Oh, I nearly dropped it. Come on. Ouch. Right. So, what we do from here is we'll spin the engine over. We'll get to what we think is top dead center, and we'll see the oil port in there. See that oil port there? There's no oil down there. There's a valve stem oil seal down there. That is exactly what happens. And funny enough, this is the left side, and it happens on the left side more. The bike sits on the left side on the stand, so it pulls in there. Once the bike warms up, the oil seeps through and comes out the exhaust. That's exactly what I think is happening. It's on this side, and it's these. What we need to work out is how we judge top dead center on here. It looks like we take the heads off, the rocker toppers off separate, which is good, and then you're left with the timing and the chain. There'll be some sort of system there, normally 2 straight lines that line up with this head here on that there. So what you have to do is pop these 2 covers off here. There'll be a mark inside that says T. Sometimes they say something different, but On this occasion it should be T. And I'm going to then see if all of the valves are within good adjustment. I think they probably will be. From there, I want to see if there's an obvious top dead center up here, because I'm not going to be able to retime this unless there's an obvious system. I can probably create a system using paint pens, but let's see what we've got first. So I'm going to put this into top dead center, spin it over, just see what the valves are doing at this stage, what their alignment is like. I don't think the valves being out of adjustment would cause too much issues, unless it was stuck down. Let's say this valve was down now, and it shouldn't be, but that's extremely rare, extremely rare. So guys, at the moment, right, I don't know if this is a parallel twin. I know it's a parallel twin in looks, but I don't know if it's a if they fire at the same time. So I'm at top dead center now, and these sides are both loose. Intake and outtake are both loose. I say loose, I'm saying they're in spec, and these ones are in compression. So normally you'd have on one rotation the exhaust, you know, you do the exhaust, then you turn it and you do the other one. So normally you'd go crisscross when tightening these. So I'm trying to work out what's happening here. It's almost like one side, they're either, I mean, they're not out of spec enough to be an issue, but I don't know. I'm confused with that. I'm going to need to look at how we spec these if we eventually get down to the engine. Funny enough, I'm at top dead center and I can see the straight lines I was telling you about. If you look down there, you see down there, there's that straight line. So that's how you know you're at top dead center, because it falls in line with the head at the angle, you know. So this is a tough one. I think I'm going to, what am I going to do? I think I'm going to pop the top rockers off and see if the chain comes out easily enough. And right, so I need to pop the carbs off. I need to take that engine bracket off. I didn't realise that that the head was so big. Right, I need to pop the carbs off. No choice really, carbs off next. So we've got, let me get that out the way. So we definitely got a straight line on the cam chain there, or if not slightly down this way, but then it depends on how lined up we are. It's a bit of a weird one. It's fine either way, because it might be slightly off, but nothing major. When you get to here, we have to think about how we slack the belt enough. This is like a Honda twin, this engine. It's probably going to be that I'm going to take these bolts off, slacken off that, and then I can pull out the cam itself, and then from there I believe yeah, then I'll be able to take everything else out and drop the whole head. It's probably worth me popping the valves at this stage if I've got time. Let me disconnect. I didn't even see the old spark plug leads there. Everything else is done and off, so there's nothing to worry about. So yeah, so I think it would be me here. It's an 8, it's getting an extender on it, undoing that 8. You can get someone to hold the engine still here if you want, but ultimately you're just breaking that loose quite quickly. Torque gun would do it fairly quickly as well. Looking at these cam lobes, there's a bit of wear, but nothing to worry about. They look pretty much brand new. That's good. And other than that, in a minute we should have this engine on a bench, I think. I don't quite know how these cam chain tensioners go. I believe I remember you push down on here to take the pressure off. There's 2 bolts, one at the top and one at the bottom, but I don't think they're tensioners. I could be wrong. I should probably undo this one. I don't think they're tensioners. I think the tensioning comes from up here. So I think you press down on here and that takes away the tensioning. Other than that, there's 2 little bolts in here. They're probably holding this head on. There's no other bolts. It was these ones that were doing the majority of the work. They're just location ones. So you pop them off. It should all come up and out. What we might have issues with is space up here, but we'll work that out, because you have to get the head up over here and then slide it out. It should kind of come out at a weird angle over here. It's a lot of work for a fairly basic problem, really, in reality. The bit of oil that's coming through and seeping out. But ultimately, I'd feel much better knowing I've done this work to this engine. So I am going to. So, moped's gone. That's good. I feel really bad that Andrew had to come and collect it. Such a lovely guy. Stunning. He has some stunning vehicles. Stunning. He was showing me a 1904 car that they run. Many bikes. He's actually got a couple of French pedal and pops that he said he might drop off for me to have a play with. So that would be pretty cool. I've actually always wanted to play with one of them. I've always wanted to try and work on one of them, because my great uncle, who's still alive today, he's 94, he used to talk about them. I'd love to get my hands on one. Right, let's carry on. So anytime I take an engine apart, to an extent I'm winging it, but I say that loosely because I have done it. And when you've done it a few times, it does become a bit easier. Ultimately, I've taken the 2 bolts out of here. So what you do is you pull this and you've got a bit of slack in it, you see. Then the ideal situation is that you can get the cam out. That sometimes will be easy, sometimes it won't. End piece comes off, keep it safe. So what I might be able to do then is get the chain. Look, watch this. There it is. That's the one. So now just nice and gentle. Right, cam's out. We want the yeah, that's out. So people get overly panicky about the chain. They worry about dropping it. If you've got a magnet, you don't need to worry about dropping it. But what I'll do is I'm going to put it on a bungee cord. Grab me a bungee cord. You'll see one. So I'll put it on a bungee cord because the whole cord will go through anyway. How we're looking. See what I mean by the chain will go down anyway. I think we're going to struggle with what's above. Oh look, the whole bloody head's gone. From the head, yeah. So we should be able to just about muscle this over. If for any reason you can't, you may have to extract the studs, which is a possibility here. Stud extraction, but how far off are we? No, we're nowhere near. what's left. Nothing. We're out. What are we stuck on? Ooh, last bolt.
So what's the last bolt?
There you go. Got it.
So what's the idea now to get you sealed in?
Let's get that out.
When you change your exhaust on the KTM truck?
At some point, yeah.
Basically, it needs a new throttle thing. I'm gonna order it next week.
I'm gonna have to take this off as well.
I'll take a picture. I'll show it to you what I'm eating.
Right, I'm okay. I'm fairly happy at the moment with
That's what you've done today.
all of this. I should pop the. Let me put the cylinder away. It looks great. This
Why are you smoking for?
cylinder head looks good.
Maybe.
They seem alright actually. Although some of the gaps are near each other, so that would have let a bit of oil through on this side. Although they could have spun recently. I think they're fine. I think the compression was good enough for me not to worry about that actually. Let's have a look at the head. Let's see if there's any. I haven't checked if there's any valve issue. The valves themselves. If there's a crack in the valves or anything, or if they're seated badly. They look fine. They look fine. I think it's going to be the valve stem oil seals. I can normally tell if the valve's bad. Valve stem oil seals. I think I'll order them. I think I found that them online, putting in this engine brand, possibly a Chinese company. I think I found them. I think that's all that's needed. So I'm not even going to bother popping these valves at this stage because I want to do them one at a time and put them back into their own sleeve. And then I want to grind them in. Is that? Spark plug. Is that spark plug okay? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Alright, yeah, there's no issue with these valves. But of course I will grind them back in at the time. Great, I think I've done as much as I can do today. Valve stem oil seals I need. If I can get 4 new valves, it really wouldn't hurt to put them in. Look at this poor bike.
No, bro. Back to moped.